Welcome, everybody. Just helping Mumsy get on board here. I need to go live in order for her to hear me talk. So here we are. So Mumsy, what I need you to do is when you click on the link, you need to have your video on. Okay, your video and your microphone will be on. It will not be live for anyone else to see. I will see it in the background. Okay. And then once I see you in here in the background, I will show you what you need to click on in order to stop the camera. Okay. So that's what we need to do. Okay, I see you coming in. There's your, okay, now nobody can see you. I can see you. And if you look down below where you've shown up as a little square, there should be something that says stop cam. It has a little video symbol and it says stop cam. Maybe. Try talking. I'm not sure what. If you clicked on the 3 dots and you did stop mic cam, then you have to go out and come back in again. Don't worry. Don't stress. Nobody's here yet. So I'm going to get you through this. So go back out. That you don't click on the 3 dots. I'm trying to think if I where I have, yeah, you need to go out and come back in again. You came in fine. You did good with that. And because I made a picture. Let me see if it's in my phone. Like, okay, you're coming in. So, okay, do not click on the 3 dots that are on, like, try talking to me right now. Oh, wait, I'm not going to hear you unless I put you on screen. We don't want to do that. So do you see a box down on the bottom that has like mute, stop cam, settings, present? Nod your head if you see that. Okay, that's the one that you want to just click on stop cam. It shouldn't say mic and cam. Aha, there we go. Now I'm going to add you to the stage. Now go ahead and talk.
Hello.
Woohoo! See, we're ready. And nobody sees you. Okay.
All right.
So now we are going to look at the pictures from Yellowstone. So is everybody ready to go see Yellowstone? Go on our travel vlog to Yellowstone?
Well, you don't have very many pictures, so okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, let's see here. Give me just a second. Oops. All right. Share. Here we go. All right. Everybody can see the pictures, yes? Yes.
Yes.
So, Mumsy, what can you tell us about this one?
I can't really see it that well. What is you don't have them kind of in order, so I don't even know where that is.
Okay. These are some I don't either. All right. But it's a beautiful shot. We've got trees and some snow-covered mountains in the back. So it looks really, really, really good. Nice picture. Next one. Oh, here you go. Can you see that?
Okay, that's in Yellowstone. We were driving along, going in, and the buffalo were on the side of the street. So that was interesting because I wanted to see the buffalo.
Okay. Buffalo or versus bison?
They're the same thing.
Are they the same?
Yes.
I'm not sure. but okay.
Oh,
Well,
well, that's
I'm
what
not
I've
gonna look it
always
up.
been. That's what I've always been told. Correct me if
Okay.
I'm wrong.
They're big.
They're
So
huge.
you're in a sedan car or an SUV, or what kind of car are you in?
A small SUV.
A small SUV, and it's like as big as your car, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Huge. Bigger than cows, yeah?
No, about the same.
Okay. Another look at that. So pretty. You know, when I see pictures like this, it makes me think of the wagon trains going
Uh,
across.
y- yep.
You know, but very nice, very beautiful picture there. Another nice picture. And we've got
That
a bison here.
right. And if you were to close up on that, you would be able to see it. My camera, I took him for the distance. See, now you can see it. It's feeding. And you see a
Very
little
nice.
snow there.
Looks like there's lots of cow patties around too,
Yep.
maybe.
Well, I wouldn't call them cow patties. I would call them bison patties.
Patties. You're right. Oh, look at that. So is that like kind of like a stream going through, or
That was kind of like just a pond, a water pond there.
and it
And
looks like,
I think if you zoomed in on that, you'd see buffalo on the other side.
oh, sure enough. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a lot. And it looks like ice. Oh no, it's not ice. It's
No,
just the sun
it's
sparkling.
water. Yeah, the moving of the water. It was windy, very
Mm,
windy and cold.
alrighty. Ah, okay. And here, if we zoom in, it looks like you got some deer.
Yes. We were driving down the road and I happened to look out the window and see them. And David backed up so I could take a picture of the deer.
Nice.
I didn't expect to see any deer in that area.
Too bad you weren't with Gurmy. She'd give you a quarter. Well, she'd give you two quarters. She'd give you 50 cents, quarter for each deer.
Well, I think the next picture shows them again, so that was more. And there's
Oh,
and
here's
there's
buffalo.
another one. Yeah, they're feeding
Bison.
in
It's like a
the
little pen kind of thing here, too.
yeah.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, very nice. But as a whole picture, it's really nice too.
And we were just crossing this bridge, and I happened to see how the snow and the water and stuff like that, and I thought it was interesting.
Mm-hmm. This also makes me think of imagine being in a wagon and having to cross this river.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Hard
be rough.
times.
Huh?
Yes. When I travel, I always think of the pioneers and how did they ever do it? Some
I
of these
know.
mountains and everything else, how do they ever climb them? We have the roads. They didn't have roads, so
They didn't. Sometimes they had to like unpack everything. By the way, Andy's in the house. Andy's in the house. Sorry, I know I said Thursday, but when I set up the live stream, I just set it up for this one. I wasn't even thinking. So we're doing the travel vlog today on Wednesday. Um, yeah, they had special kinds of like they would like um add, so if they're going downhill, they would sometimes for brakes, they didn't just have like a hand brake, they would actually create drag, so they would put wait, they would chain the wheels so they wouldn't turn, so that it would drag, so that it would go slower down the hill, at least like the rear wheels. I don't think they did it to all four. uh lots of amazing things. And then but sometimes if they're going up something steep, they had to like unpack the wagon and carry everything by hand, um
they had it
until they
rough back then. Yes.
and that's when a lot of stuff got left. And I think the Indians, or Native Americans, sorry, at the time they were being called Indians, but we don't say that anymore. That I think they would come along and collect things a lot of the time. All right. Ooh, look at all the snow. It
That
looks like
was
there's a
in
building. Yeah.
that was in Jackson Hole from our first night there. We woke up in the morning and it was snowing outside. So
Wow.
it was kind of
You stayed in a
interesting.
hotel?
Yes, that was from the hotel window.
Mm, nice. Another picture. Just beautiful picture, Mom, with the river and the trees and the snow-capped mountains. Looks like there'd been a fire here, huh? That black
No,
spot? No?
no, I think that's the shadow.
It's a shadow.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of looks like a burn spot to me. But you were there, so we'll take your word for it.
Thank you.
Oh, and
And
look,
there's
here's some of the geysers.
right. And you'd have to zoom in to actually see them. We were amazed at how many all over these little geysers are.
Sorry. There we go.
Yeah.
And there's
There's
a
so
walkway
many,
to go out there.
and I'm not sure, I think they're called fishers, but they're all over, all small ones everywhere. I was
Mhm.
amazed at how many there are.
Oh, and there's some buffalo back there too. Or maybe that's elk. What do you think?
I don't know.
And you're
I was too
probably
far I was too far away and I didn't really see what was back there.
Mhm. So I just wrote in the chat. Can you see the chat by any chance? Can you see the chat?
I see Andy saying hello.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. So don't touch anything with that. You can see the chat. He just wrote fumarole. Cool. So I guess that's what they're called.
Okay.
All righty.
Yeah, but there's
Next
so
one.
many of them. It's amazing.
And
Oh, and
so
this one, if you
here,
zoom in, yeah, there's all the buffalo way down there, all laying down and everything else. People
mhm,
were all stopped on the side of the road taking their pictures and everything else.
good. I'm glad that there's some place that they can live in peace.
Yes. And that's
And this
like
is,
looks like a ski run. You know how they have an open space?
yeah, it does. I agree. But there wasn't a ski resort there. It just looked like that,
I
huh?
think that's in Jackson.
Mm.
So it
So
could be
maybe,
a ski run.
but there's no chairs going up. But they could be on the, sometimes they could come up the other side of the mountain and then you've got, you know, the chairs could be on the other side. And then when you get to the top, you can go down on this side as well.
Mhm.
Could be. Oh, a fire
And
break.
then,
Oh, Andy said they actually clear the trees in mountains to make fire breaks.
oh, that's smart. We
It's
should do
called a
that here.
yeah. It's called a dozer line.
Ah,
Like, as
good.
in bulldozer. They I don't think they took a bulldozer up there though, did they? Some more bison. Nice.
Yeah, I was impressed. Oh, and that's from Jackson.
Hmm. So it was snowing.
It was the light snow, yes.
Hmm.
And
Like
cold,
flurries.
windy, yes.
And
And this
here,
is when we were coming up to the bison.
mhm, cool. Just another picture of the mountain and the snow. I'd hate to try and go up that in a in a
In
covered
a
wagon.
wagon, yeah,
They had spots to. They had a good trail
right.
actually.
And that's the same picture that you just showed a minute ago. All the
More, but
people,
you see more of the people. Yeah.
right.
Okay. I think you only have two pictures of Jackson or Jackson Hole. That's the same. Oh, Andy says maybe not this one, but dozers go right uphill on very steep hills. Wow.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah, thank you for that. I would not have guessed it. I guess because they're so heavy, it keeps them from falling. Yeah. So it doesn't look like much of a town.
That's not in Jackson. That's just on the road traveling.
Oh, okay. Another nice picture of hills and stuff. I think you took this because you can see how the cloud comes all the way down to the ground in this spot.
Right. And the mountain and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Nice. And that's elk.
I believe so. Those are the only two that we saw.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Elk is my favorite meat.
Ah, they're big also.
Yeah, big. Andy says that a dozer has claws that dig in the rear or front to help. Wow. Cool.
Very informative.
Yeah, I'm glad you're in this one. You missed last night, but you're here today, so that's good. There's another picture of the elk.
Now, see, that's in Jackson because there was an elk museum.
Mm-hmm.
And so we stopped at the museum. It was really interesting.
I wonder if those are life size.
Well, they were big.
It's a nice sculpture. There you are with a moose sculpture. See the
Yep.
way the antler, I think they're antlers and not horns. How they're
Right.
wide, that's moose. Look how big it is. I bet that's life size. And look how much taller, even though it's behind you, still, I mean,
You still get
behind
the
you,
idea how
it's smaller.
tall they are. And
Yeah.
they're thinner than elk, I think. Elk, I think, has a fuller body.
More
I
like
don't
a
know.
cow. I think
Yeah.
you're right. And there's David with a buffalo statue.
Right. It was a really interesting museum.
And you told me here's deer. Whoops, sorry.
Oh,
Can
right
everybody
there.
see the deer?
Yeah.
Here's the deer. It's a great picture, like a Where's Waldo picture. Where's the deer? Another quarter. I get another quarter from Gurmy. You know, it's funny because it was like the honor system. I don't know if she spotted all the deer that I spot to like verify that I spotted deer, but I would have never thought of cheating ever. I would have never said that I saw a deer that I didn't actually see. You know, it was just honor system.
Your grandmother had an eagle eye.
She did, especially like 4-leaf clovers and things like that too. Andy says the Elkhorn Arch at Jackson Hole Park.
Oh, that's coming up.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Great intro from Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
These are just a couple of guys just standing there. So if anybody doesn't know, the antlers actually fall off every year and grow back. And so these are antlers that have been collected. No animals needed to be killed in order to make that arch. All 4 corners.
Right. All 4 corners have an arch like that.
I see.
Yeah. And I was surprised that they let people go out on May 1st, I think it is, and they hunt down the antlers. But now it used to be open to everybody, but they changed it, and now it's only open to residents of Wyoming.
Very cool.
You should zoom in on that because it's very interesting to see.
And then there's moose antlers here saying Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Yeah. It's really amazing to see.
That guy kind of looks like Cousin Steve, doesn't he?
Yeah.
If now that I said it, you know what I found? I found video of me saying Gurmee's eulogy. I think Jasmine took video with her camera or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
And
then,
bison.
yeah. They were in all kinds of fields and everything else. Really
And you were
interesting.
so worried that you weren't going to get to see any.
That's true, because the last time we went to Custard Park in Cedar City.
Not the dessert custard. We're just saying
No, it was in
custard.
in South Dakota. I
Okay.
thought we'd see a lot of buffalo, and we saw 4 buffalo the whole time we were there. I was so disappointed. So I wanted to see buffalo this time, and I got to see them. Yeah,
Yay.
I was excited.
Now, this would have been better if there wasn't a glare from the window. You should have rolled down your window.
I know. Hey,
But the picture itself, I included it because it really is a nice picture.
it was amazing. The countryside is so amazing. The water, they have so many different waterfalls, not falls, but ponds and lakes and everything. And this
Mhm.
having all the wood, the branches of the trees and stuff in it, I
Mhm.
just really liked it.
And those boulders may have actually been spit out by a volcano a long, long time ago and then
You never
landed.
know.
Yeah. Change how I'm sitting. Okay. And here's Old Faithful. Did it like go at a certain time like it's supposed to? Or is the
Yes, it
timing off
did.
now? It did.
Nope. It says it goes off every 90 minutes.
Mm.
And it doesn't last that long. And
Mm.
actually you see it, oh well, I'm pointing at it, but you see the thing going, but most of it's all steam that you see up there. On the
Yeah.
left hand, it's all steam there, but then it will start coming up, shooting up. Yeah, see right there in the corner, it was shooting up. Most of that's
Here.
all steam. Yeah, right there.
And then it's going, the wind is blowing it this way.
Right. So it was very interesting to see.
Cool. And then here, beautiful countryside, but a long line of cars.
The long line of cars is because some people didn't want to pass the buffalo that were on the side of the road.
Yeah. Did you see anybody doing anything bad, like trying to pet them or anything?
Nope.
Well, that's good. So everybody was behaved when you were there.
Everyone was behaving.
Yeah, this one has some glare too, but if you like, let's kind of go like that. There you go. Kind of, and then you don't have the glare anymore. Look at that. Maybe down. Beautiful.
I just liked all the mountains and the shapes of the mountains and everything. It was really interesting.
You know what I found interesting about the Rocky Mountains when I drove through them the first time? There's like
Well,
no trees. It's all rocks.
oh.
I was like, oh, duh, Rocky Mountains. They're all rocks. That makes sense. You know, it
Good
hadn't
one,
really like,
Miriam.
I know, but seriously, it hadn't really like sunk in at that level until I actually saw them. You know. Oh, another picture. And then this is for snow level. So sometimes it gets all that deep of snow. I wonder what the
Right.
buffalo do when the snow's that deep. Because they don't
Well, they were
hibernate.
eating. They were somehow eating and everything.
Well, yeah, because the snow's not deep. Well, in fact, there's no snow right there. But what I'm
Yes, that
saying,
is snow.
well, this is snow in the bottom because it had been shoveled and in a pile and kind of in the shade. But this here's not snow. That's just asphalt or concrete.
No, it isn't. That was snow.
Okay, well, it's a very thin dusting of snow then.
Yes, it was.
What I'm saying is this stick here and whoops, wrong way.
I know what you're saying, Miriam,
I
but
know,
I'm
it
just
has these marks. If the snow was that deep, where did the buffalo go or the bison? Where do they go when it's that deep?
well, they say they go higher.
They just
I
go
don't
higher.
know. I don't know where they go. They must
Andy
have
says,
caves.
yeah.
They
That would
go
have been a
hide
good
in the trees.
they don't go in the trees. Andy says standing room only when I saw Old Faithful the year Evil Knievel jumped Snake River. Wow, I remember wanting to watch that on TV because it was being live broadcast, wasn't it, Mumsy? Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember it.
And he didn't make it, but he didn't die either. Did he have a parachute?
I don't remember. It was so long ago. Andy probably remembers. He's younger. He was more into it.
I was into it, but I don't remember. I just remember he didn't make it. Then I think his son was going to do the jump again at a different spot. Robbie Knievel. I don't know what happened with that, but he did jump the Grand Canyon. Anyway, more bison.
One thing that we noticed that the trees, if you showed on the other one, the trees are so close together. See how close they are? So I don't know if that was what?
You see how the bark is missing here?
Yeah.
That's what they scratch off their antlers. But when the antlers are coming in, they have felt on them, and they have to like scratch off the felt off of the like kind of like a thin furry thing, right, Andy? You know this? Yeah, he had a parachute. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, Andy. But then sometimes deer will actually eat bark. Like if the snow was like that high, then the bark is missing. Then sometimes that's because they were eating bark. But they also do this from scratching their horns or antlers on it. Whatever, they scratch it. So I'm pretty sure that is why those trees are like that. One of those two.
Okay.
More bison. All right, more bison. You want to get a close up of the bison. There's a bison, cutie bison. I'd be kind of scared of them, actually. I wouldn't want to get too close.
I wouldn't want to take a chance of getting too close to them.
Yeah.
Even in a zoo, I wouldn't want to get close to them.
And hippopotamuses and rhinoceroses, they also kind of, even at the zoo, and the gorillas, they scare. They velvet is called that felt is called velvet. Thank you, Andy. Yes, I knew about it, but I forgot it was called velvet. Rubbing the velvet off of new antlers, antler rub marks. See? I caught it. Thank you, Andy, for verifying and validating me.
Now, this one here, these buffalo were on the opposite side of the road, like coming towards us. And if you notice, there's the third one back. That one actually came over to the car. And you'll see, I think, the next picture.
Yeah.
That he actually came to the window. But when I got my camera out, he had already moved his head back, and he's right there. But he was actually at the window.
Yeah, right there. And you weren't afraid he was going to like headbutt the car or something?
No. The car was red. So he probably came because it was red. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not about the bull.
I don't know either. But anyhow, he did come over and he did get right up to the window. Thank God David had the window up.
That's up. Wow. He's got a cleaner window than you. or at least the sun's on the opposite side or something. There's no
Sun's on
glare.
the opposite side. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that it was down. Wow.
No, it was up.
It's
Yeah.
big. Now those are horns. And
Yeah.
horns don't fall off. Horns, once they grow, that you keep the horns. They don't fall off every year. Only antlers
Oh,
fall off every year.
well, it's the deer and stuff.
Yeah. And that almost looks like Half Dome or El Capitan or something in Yosemite.
It does, doesn't it? This is what I'm
Yeah. I mean,
saying. It was fascinating, the rock formations.
mhm,
That's why I had taken so many pictures of the rocks, because of the formation.
mhm.
And I
Small
think
bison.
this was on our way to Cody
Mm.
that we saw
Yeah, and
these.
Cody's still in Wyoming, right?
Yeah.
But it's on the eastern side.
Yes.
Jackson Hole is on the western side, right next to Idaho.
Right.
And then so Cody's on the eastern side, next
And
to
this
like South
and these
Dakota.
buffalo were right there next to the road and the
Mhm.
water, and they were drinking water and eating right there.
Mm.
Some people got out of their car to take the pictures and stuff, but I was too chicken. I rolled
Oh,
down
you're
the
smart.
window.
Yeah, you're smart. No problem. And that's just beautiful. Wow. Look at how like most of the trees are this height, but then you've got a few trees that are like randomly taller ones. Wonder if that's
Yeah.
a different type of tree that gets taller like that.
Uh-huh. Andy, your dogs are really tall then and big.
Oh, this one. Here's Andy's dogs. But he's also got a little yappy dog too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but he's got a couple of big dogs. I've been watching these videos of the Belgian Malinois, I guess Malinois, so Malinois, that are being trained with like military to be canine dogs, and the way that they train, I mean, it's different than police dogs. The way these military dogs are being trained. Oh, and they come up in my, because I watch them so much, they keep coming up in my shorts. That sounds bad. My YouTube shorts, not my pants shorts. Malinois, Belgian Malinois. Thank you so much, Andy. But they're smart dogs. Wow. Anyway, we're talking about Yosemite. Wow, and you're from the car?
Yeah.
Did you zoom in?
Yep. I
Oh,
zoomed
okay.
in on it.
Look at the mud.
To
There's a
get
little bit of mud caked on it. Short tail. Drinking some water. Nice.
and the snow. So they'll see it was still snowing, and actually it did snow after we went through there.
Hmm.
So
Then the road got washed out.
that
Yeah, Andy
was
says that
more.
it's the Belgian Malinois is a very popular police dog choice.
Ah,
Oh, that's just so pretty. Look at that.
so the water was so smooth and everything else, and this is
Mhm.
part of a lake.
Mm.
A little further
And
over, you'll see this back part is a bigger lake.
okay, yeah. And you can see how clear you can see the bottom,
Yep.
you know. The water's whoops. So clear. And yeah, I see what you're saying, that there's a lake back here.
Right.
But very nice picture. Well done.
That's a
That's
compliment coming from you. And there's
yeah.
the lake. It's all
Go ahead. What?
that's the lake with this. It's got snow on it. Yeah.
Ah, Wow, that's a big lake that's covered with snow. Snow is in the house. Snow is in the house. And Andy's saying happy birthday because it was her birthday yesterday, but he wasn't here. So my birthday's tomorrow. I'm going to Hard Rock Cafe. Anyway, we got, what is this? A bison is here. Got boulders. That's a big lake. How come the river those little streams weren't frozen over? But in order for there to be snow, it means it has to be frozen.
Because probably the water, those little lakes or the little rivers don't have as much water in them, so they melted faster.
Mm-hmm. Nice landscape.
There was a lot of camping areas.
Ah.
We even actually saw people camping.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Andy's sharing snow emojis. Now, Andy, do you recognize when these trees have no leaves? Is that like the beetles? Some kind of beetles? That's a problem, right? When you just have the trees like this with no leaves on them.
David and I figured it was the deer and the bison and everything eating all the leaves when they were smaller.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, we thought it sounded
and then
good.
This whole mountain is like that. I think it's like a bark beetle or something. A previous fire. He says a previous fire will make it look like that.
Ah, well, that sounds good. Yeah. Because they did have a bad fire several years ago there.
Hmm. I wouldn't want to go on this ridge with the covered wagon. I think they'd go around. But the Donner Party, when they took their shortcut, they had to go over ridges like this, and they had to like empty all of the wagons of all the stuff, use ropes to rope down the animals, and then rope down the wagons, and then rope down the goods to fill back up into the wagons, and then carry on their way. Can you imagine how many days that would take and how that would put you back?
I wouldn't want to think of the hard times that they had, and they survived it. That's horrible. I wouldn't. I was thinking, matter of fact, I was thinking about that last night. I don't think I'd be able to survive being in another time zone. We're too spoiled.
Yeah. Look at that little rock. It almost looked like a box, but it's a little boulder. Yeah, it'd be rough. I used to want to live like that. That's why in Cambodia, they still kind of live real close to nature, without, like, they didn't have electricity or running water or anything like that in the countryside of Cambodia. So Andy says that fire is not the worst thing in the forest. So then you need to tell us what is the worst thing in the forest. And he says, hearty folk. Yes, they were hearty folk. Little House on the Prairie. Exactly. I grew up watching that and loved it. If it was good enough for TV, it was good enough for me. Black bears. Yeah. Somebody is funny, Mom, because there's the YouTube channel called My New Zealand Family, the New Zealand family. They're actually they rented an RV and they're here in the US right now. And they're at Yellowstone right now. I watched their live 2 nights ago, and they mentioned something about like hoping we might see grizzly bears. I wrote in the live chat, no, grizzlies are in Alaska. I'm pretty sure there aren't any grizzlies left. I don't know, Andy, does Wyoming and Yellowstone, because it's such a large national park, are they known to have, grizzlies have been in the lower 48, the lower 48. They have been here, but I don't think there's record of any grizzlies being left. People are the worst thing. Oh, you're right. Are you best friends with Smokey the Bear? But black bear, there's lots of black bears and brown bears now. As
Yeah,
Snow mentioned black bears.
right.
I think they're the apex predator, besides like a mountain lion. He says Yellowstone does still have grizzlies that they've returned, as well as the wolves. Yeah, I remember they had that whole reintroduction of the wolves. That was a mistake. They got rid of all the wolves, and then the deer got overpopulated and carried disease, and they messed up the whole ecosystem. So they had to reintroduce the wolves. Yeah. Maybe they introduced them from Alaska.
They brought them down.
This is an interesting rock formation here. You should have been on my geology field trips.
Yeah, that was interesting. That's why I took the picture of it.
Yeah. I think that looks more like an up thrust rather than like a erosion. It looks more like an up thrust. But I don't know. Oh, Andy says his buddy just sent grizzly photos a few days ago from Yellowstone. And then you have this tunnel.
Yeah, was amazed about the tunnel. I didn't expect to see anything like that. Yeah. Actually, there was 3 tunnels, 3 different ones, right close together.
Yeah, so yeah, that's different because this one has like a little pull off where the people are.
Yeah.
And then this one, there's no pull off.
Right.
It's short, you can see to the other end.
Yeah, then
Snow
there's
says
one
she
more.
needs a man. I'm lucky I got a renter now that he changed my light bulbs the other day. Snow says she's scared and afraid and sad and lonely, having no one with whom to share love. Oh, Snow. Oh, well,
He'll come along.
Yeah,
Hang
write
in there,
movies about
Snow.
it. There you go. Mumsy knows best. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. I think that it's more about yourself than any other person, when you feel like that. But sometimes you just have to embrace the feelings for a little bit, but don't wallow, but embrace it for the moment and then let it go. You don't believe that. She doesn't believe it, Mom. She doesn't believe you.
Some people, you can't change their thoughts, Miriam.
That's true. That's true. But I wish the best. Let's all say a quick prayer for Snow. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so
Snow
much.
will find the right person, just like you will find the right person eventually.
I already found the right person is me. And not in a narcissistic way. I'm just content,
You don't have to worry about pleasing anybody but yourself, huh?
Exactly. I don't have to compromise. I don't have to share the bed. I eat what I want when I want. Yeah, that I prefer it. That's me. And even being a social, I'm not an introvert. I'm an extrovert. But even being an extrovert, I'm quite content having my own space. I think.
Thank you.
But we'll do more prayers for you later, Snow.
Okay, so moving right along. The next
and
one.
Andy said he was at Yellowstone, but you couldn't tell from the black or brown bears. Okay. And there you go. There's a lot of the U.S. that looks like that.
Yeah, but it's just the rock, the formation of the rock and the smoothness and everything else. It was just interesting.
Well, that's got sedentary. That's got layers on it.
Right.
This you can see. This is one type of rock layer, and then from there to here is another type of rock layer, and then from here to here is another type of rock layer. So this might have been exposed through erosion. Remember, I was saying that other one looked like up thrust, and this one looks more like erode. Like the harder rock was exposed by the softer rock eroding. Looks like going to the Sun Highway. Is that what it was? You remember seeing a sign, Mom, going to the Sun Highway?
No, I don't remember seeing a sign, but it could have been. It's on the way to Cody.
It's on the way to
So
Cody. Going east. We're going east. And
yeah.
there we are.
And
Cody,
there we are
Wyoming.
in Cody.
The Buffalo Bill Center of the West. And I did look it up. Buffalo Bill and Wild Bill Hickok were two different people. Wild Bill Hickok was first. He's the one that was at the saloon and had the dead man's hand. That, like, for the one time that he didn't sit with his back to the wall, but he sat with his back to the door, that guy came in and killed him. And that became, his hand became known as the dead man's hand. But they say that Buffalo Bill had met Wild Bill Hickok.
That was a very interesting center. We had gone in there and we had heard from some people that live there that you could spend days in that museum, and they were right. It is so big and it goes down so many floors. It is humongous.
Yep. And Andy's right. Andy says aces and eights. Yep. That was the dead man's hand. And then the fifth card was never known. And then there's some speculation as to whether it was both spades and clubs, so they were all black, or not. There's a legend that it was all black, but there's not concrete proof that it was. Okay, so there's Mumsy with the statue.
There.
There's David
Snow,
with the statue.
Snow says it was a 3 of clubs.
Oh, the fifth card was a 3 of clubs. Well, there you go. So it would have been a full house. I did hear that, like, it would have, depending on the fifth card, it would have been a full house. Oh, no, it wouldn't, because you'd have to have an 8 or an ace.
Right.
But I'm thinking of a straight. But that, I mean, like a flush. No, I'm thinking of a flush.
It was a 2 of a kind.
Yeah, that's all it was. But that's not bad. Anyway, more mountains. And I like the way that you turned the shadow thing in the corners on. That's something that in photography, when you're developing pictures or printing them, not developing the film, but you're printing pictures from film, that there's a technique to do that. And so obviously it's a set. Somehow you accidentally turned on this setting. So a few of the pictures have this. I always like a flush. Okay. But a real flush has to be all the same suit, not just the same color. That's why I was getting stuck, because I'm like, well, wait, it's spades and clubs. So it would have to be all spades or all clubs in order to be a real flush. A vignette. Ah, okay. Oh no, that's what she's saying. That like the setting is when you have the corners is vignette. And that's interesting. This bit of rock.
Right.
Up. So now have you left Cody and you're still going east now?
No, you have them kind of mixed up. This was on the way to Cody. We didn't really take any pictures on the road from Cody to Gillette, because that's when we got the road was closed and we had to go down to Casper and then go up to Gillette. So yeah.
Whoa, I know what that is. Do you guys see it right here?
I think so.
Look at that. I would have had no idea that it was that close to the road.
It isn't, actually.
Really? It looks close to the road here.
I know.
Nee, 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 nee. Nee, 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 nee. We all love Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Look at that. Beautiful. You should frame that. Look at that. Did you see any UFOs? Did you have any close encounters while you were there?
Oh, darn it. No.
So let's see. Cafe and gifts. Did you go to the gift shop?
Of course.
Devil's Tower National Monument. I don't remember having anything from Devil's Tower in my gifts, but did you see the picture I sent you on Skype? I got
Of what?
myself, there was when I was at the grocery store, they have like what would kind of be like a deli section, where they have like just pieces of cake or pie or whatever, and in plastic containers. They had a piece of cheesecake, small by American standards, small, but still, and it was 50% off, so I grabbed it, which means it's probably regularly $2, and so maybe it was only $1. And then I opened the huckleberry jam that you gave me and put that with it, and some of the pecans.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good. Very good. No, I didn't see that picture. Snow wrote that she's been to Gillette and Yellowstone.
Wow. Yeah. Let's read this. So I've been to Gillette and Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons for many trips. There's always a forest thinning fire to prevent uncontrollable fires. Black bears migrate in from Canada. Brown are indigenous. Thank you, Snow. That's awesome information.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah. And Andy says, people say it was a giant tree. I have heard that. That like this is a fossilized tree.
The trunk? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like a stump, like a tree stump, but fossilized. There used to be tons of big trees like this, but this one ended up fossilized. And Andy says also, Mud Fossil University says it's like the ankle of a giant. Well, I don't think it's an ankle. Don't know why there's not more of them, though. The Pawnee legend says a bear clawed it down. Wow, I hadn't heard that. Wow. Yeah, so lots of legend. Mom, didn't you go into like the ranger station and like get information about, let them tell you information, have a presentation or something?
No, they didn't have a lot of it wasn't opened yet.
Oh, it was early, huh?
Yeah.
But you were there, you got your pictures.
I was there. I got my picture.
So back to Cody. This is where Calamity Jane.
No, that's Deadwood.
Oh, now we're to Deadwood. I'm sorry. I thought that was in Cody.
No.
That's why I need you here. So Calamity Jane, Mrs. M.E. Burke, died August 1st, 1903. Oh, well, I can zoom in, can't I? Yes, 1903. Aged something years, but we can't see that. And there's Wild Bill Hickok. J.B. Hickok died August 2nd, 1876 by pistol shot, aged 39 years old. Custer was lonely without him. Erected by J.H. Riordan of New York, 1891. Custer was lonely without him, huh? Oh, she was 47. And she was supposed to have known Wild Bill Hickok. Oh, maybe it was Buffalo Bill then, because I think Wild Bill Hickok was first and then Buffalo Bill came after. Because I was going to say she'd be like really young because he died. This one. 1876. And she died in 1903, but was 47 years old. So she must have been a contemporary of Buffalo Bill in part of his show, too. Andy says, unfortunately, studied anatomy and physiology. I paid attention, and I think I know what I'm seeing, and it's all there for human foot physiology. So I lean in that direction. Oh, so like if the skin was gone and it was all muscles and tendons looking like that, you wanted to be a doctor or in the medical field, sports medicine, maybe. Cool. I did not know that about you. And here is J.B. Hickok, alias Wild Bill. He was born in 1837 in Illinois and died in 1876 in Deadwood, Dakota Territory, victim of the assassin Jack McCall. Did they string him up for murder? Oh, Snow was a doctor. Wow. Dr. Shepard, PhD. That is so cool. I'm learning so much about you guys. I love it. And here's Martha Jane Burke, alias Calamity Jane, born in 1852. Princeton, Missouri. Died August 1st, 1903. Terry, South Dakota. Her dying request, bury me beside Wild Bill. Because there's rumors that they were lovers. Oh, but that's Hickok. So see, she would have been young. Somebody do the math. So, okay, we've got her birth here. 1852. So, and he died in 1876. 24? Is that right? She's born in 1852, 52, 52, 52. And then in 1876, when he died, 76 minus 52. 24. Right? Okay. And that's when he died. So that means she was already romantically falling in love with him before she was even 24.
Well, don't forget, people didn't live as long as they do now back then.
Exactly.
And they started
married. Yeah, and as a teenager, you're getting married.
Right.
So, but look at all the fame she had with the guns and everything, being able to shoot. I mean, obviously she lived longer.
Yes, but age doesn't matter. She could have been a sharpshooter at the age of 10, as far as we know back then.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. She must have started really young. I've read a bit I remember in school, like in elementary school, like maybe 6th grade, doing a whole report on her. Anyway, Snow says that we should visit the Peace Gardens in July. Come and get you. Where are the Peace Gardens? And Andy says, love you, Dr. Snow. So there's David, Mummy's hubby, and my stepdad in front of the Bullock Hotel. So anything interesting about this Bullock Hotel, or you just thought the name was funny?
No, it's I was going to say antique, but it's not antique. It's a hotel that's been there for years, hundreds of years.
Yes, since 1895.
Right. So it's just an old building and stuff like that. And it was in Deadwood. So just want to take a picture. It was unique.
Mm-hmm. Then now we're back on the road. There's a lake. What is this house? Oh, it's a bathroom.
Yeah, that's a rest stop. But they were so clean and so nice that, God, in California, they're horrible. And they were kept so clean and everything else.
Pactola Reservoir, if anybody's interested. Pactola Reservoir. But yeah, it is clean. Oh, Snow says the Peace Gardens are on the border of Canada and US. They even have a fragment of the 9/11 fiasco. Wow. I actually had some ash scooped up, but I had let a church have it, like for a display, like for a memorial service, and then I never collected it back. So as far as I know, they still have it. Of an Episcopalian church in Cedar City, Utah. Andy says, love the old style buildings, original architecture. Yeah.
Yes, and even the older homes, they have character. They're really so much better.
They
And
were
that's
built with craftsmanship. Yes. So
right.
in case
And
anybody doesn't see it, go
that's
ahead, Mom.
Crazy Horse. That's the
So
Crazy Horse monument that they're building.
Mhm.
And
You
see
can
his
see
finger? You can see
Yes.
his finger right there.
Yes. And then you see the shape of where the horse is going to be here.
Right. But David was saying that he saw the other side of this monument here, which they don't
Mhm.
really show. And that's more in detail as to what it's going to be like. They haven't started working on this side yet. And people in the summertime, they can go up there and they can actually do some work.
Wow.
They have
Now
crews
there
that
is
go up
going to
there.
be, they will, Snow says they will never finish it. Yeah, I don't know. And so this is what it's supposed to look like when
Right.
it's done. So it's got his hand and his face, and they plan on doing all of this. So
Right.
like they've got that little hole started right here. Let's look back at it again. See,
Yep.
there's his hand, and there's the horse. So they would take all this away down and in there. That would be, well, not in our lifetime. I don't think. Architecture today is designed to be ugly and to be replaced. This is true because they want you to, everything that is manufactured today is designed to fall apart, so you have to buy it again. Andy says Indian country may be a curse for building on sacred ground. Well, no, the Native Americans are the ones that are making this because they were upset about Mount Rushmore being like old white men, right? And so they wanted a monument, and I there's probably some significance as to where he's pointing. Like, is he pointing at the Black Hills, or is he, I mean, it was evil. It was just pure evil. What?
Actually, he's pointing south.
He's pointing south.
Yep.
Interesting. Rushmore has that stigma. Yeah. And they're going to get there next. But so the Native Americans are the ones that are fundraising and everything to try and get this built. But I mean, I saw like a documentary about it or something once when it's like everybody goes to Mount Rushmore, but nobody comes to see Crazy Horse, and but so Mumsy, I'm glad that you went and saw it. And here's Mount Rushmore. So here's what it looks like upon approach. If you don't see, it's right here.
Yes, we were so glad we were able to see it this time.
Oh yeah, they went once before they went, and it was like all foggy and they couldn't see it. Oh, Snow says it's not true. Crazy Horse is hard to reach. Oh, so they don't go to it because it's hard to reach. Mumsy, you found it was pretty hard to reach, or like the direction you were coming? Did you come like from a direction where you went by Crazy Horse first and then you went to Mount Rushmore? Or did you go in a direction that you went to Mount Rushmore and then to Crazy Horse?
Crazy Horse and Mount Rushmore are like 10, 15 miles apart. They're not that far apart.
Okay.
But the first time we went to Mount Rushmore, and then we went over towards Deadwood, and that's where it was. It was on the direction to Deadwood. It's not that far away. Yeah.
You hit Deadwood first and then went to Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, we went in reverse this time. We went to we went to Crazy Horse this time and then Mount Rushmore.
And I want to say that, this is only like a month ago or 3 to 4 weeks ago. You're looking really good. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it and do a little bit more. Yeah, you're looking real good there. I'm proud of you. And so there's your money shot, what we call the money shot. You got your flags, you got Mount Rushmore, you've got your vignette setting. Good job. Good job. Look how clear it is, even zooming in. Snow says she looks great for 54. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I got to see you doing your games for a little bit the other night. There's your close up. Nice. If we zoom in, look at the detail. Whoops. Is that the right? No, wait. This one. Nah. Oh, forget it. Yeah. Applause from Andy for Snow. So the gas was $3.19 regular. Then that would be per gallon. You did a crossword on the stream too, Snow. Oh, I missed that. I would have loved it. Oh, sorry, I missed it. You have Telegram. That's the way to send me a Telegram message. We're doing a crossword puzzle. I'll jump on. Unless it's like 2 a.m. or something. But so right now it's $1 per liter for regular gas in Cambodia. And I think it's 2.2 liters to a gallon. Right? So it's about $2.25, $2.30 a gallon is what our gas is here. So our gas is reasonable.
Our gas came down. Our gas is now $4.69.
Well, I bet that helps.
It was $5.50.
Yeah. So you got to cut back on your trips to the store and everything with that kind of gas money. I mean, Snow says we solved the whole thing together and had a great time. Come on in next time. Yes. I love crosswords. I would love to be there to do crosswords with you. Oh, here's video. Sorry, it's sideways. There you go. Oh, that's it. That's the end. That was the last thing in the folder. All righty.
Oh, it was? Oh.
So that's it. Thanks, Biden, you pedo piece of. Yep.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the little pictures and stuff. Miriam picked the ones that she wanted to show, so she did a good job.
And it's an hour, so
good timing.
I didn't count them. I just took all the best ones, and then some of them were like a little crooked or something. I straightened them up and stuff. So Andy was saying that he did a crossword with me. This last one that I did was really hard though. Fuel prices what year? This was just like a month ago. So in Wyoming or South Dakota, that was the gas price a month ago. And mine, today I was noticing as I was driving by that it's 4,000 real per liter, and 4,000 is $1. So it's $1 per liter. So you got to times that dollar by 2.2 to make it a gallon.
Well, for all the traveling that we did, we went from Jackson Hole up to Yellowstone, through Yellowstone, and then we went to Deadwood, then Cody, Gillette, Deadwood, then Hill, and then Rapid City. And we were gone for almost 2 weeks, and we didn't even spend $80 in gas the whole time. I thought that was pretty good.
You did all that, and you spent You spent less than $100.
Yeah, for gas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Or
I
is
thought that was
everything
pretty.
there, is all of that a lot closer than I would have expected it to be? I don't know.
I don't know. But we filled up, and every time we filled up, it was only like 5 gallons, and it was less than $15, so hey, it was pretty good.
Maybe that particular car got really good gas mileage too.
Oh, I don't think it got that good, but anyhow, we don't know.
Snow says her gas prices are over $3.15. That's still less than Mumsy's. Mumsy's was almost was over $5 a month ago, right? Now it's just dropped under.
Yeah, now it's just went under. We met somebody that was from Georgia on our trip, and they said they were coming back from California, and it was a shocker when they had to get gas in California because it was so high. Because at that time it was almost $6 a gallon.
Wow.
He
Yeah,
said
that
it was
takes
the highest that they had to pay.
right. Wow. Imagine filling an RV. Or
Oh
were they in an RV?
no, they were in a regular car.
Mm,
Well, an SUV. Yeah, and
mm.
they get good gas mileage. It was a newer model. So,
Well, what a wonderful trip, Mumsy.
yes, we're looking forward to our next one.
Where to?
We're
What's
not
next?
really sure.
Oh.
We're thinking of either British Columbia, well, Victoria, or going on a houseboat or a riverboat down the Mississippi.
Wow, riverboat on the Mississippi. I think that sounds more like what you haven't done before. Because even though Victoria, British Columbia would be, um, it will be individual and a new experience, it's still the Northeast. And you've been to Seattle, you've been to Yellowstone. You know what I mean? You've kind of got, I'm sorry, Northwest. I said Northeast. I meant North. It's the Northwest. It's still the Northwest, you know? And whereas a Mississippi River, steamboat would be something completely different, you know? You've done the balloons in New Mexico.
Yeah.
You went to Alaska on a cruise, but you didn't see the Northern Lights. And then when all that Northern Light stuff was happening was when they were in Yosemite, and she didn't she didn't want to stay awake long enough to look at them, so she went to bed. But it's on her bucket list to see the Northern Lights, and there they were. But sometimes you need your sleep.
That's
Andy
true.
said he just paid $4.89 at the Indian casino prices, $5.13 at the road stop at Red Barn in Bieber, California. Andy says red, gold, and green. Lovin' would be easy if your colors were like my dream. Red, gold, and green. Boy George Riverboat video. Ah, okay.
Have to
I'm not
look
going to
at
look it
it.
up right now. Yeah, you have to look it up yourself.
Yep.
I'm not going to look it up right now, but that's a great suggestion.
Yeah, it is.
Mm,
I'll have to do that.
yeah. Come, chameleon. Da 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 da. Totally remember that was my era. I think I was at maybe either junior or senior in high school when Boy George got popular. Cyndi Lauper, Boy George, Billy Idol. Well, Madonna kind of kicked it off. Charma Chameleon. All righty. So we ready to wrap it up?
I guess until tomorrow. Are you going
Yeah.
to do one tomorrow? Are you doing one tomorrow on your birthday or not?
Well, yeah, I was planning on it. Maybe I'll go live a little bit with my phone I'm going to go to dinner at Hard Rock Cafe. And
Is your son joining you?
not there, but I'm trying to get in touch with him to see about pizza for us going for pizza. I was going to go for lunch today for pizza with him. But I can do that tomorrow or Friday or whatever. But his phone's not turned on, so I left a message on Telegram. You might meet Stallone there. Oh, at Hard Rock Cafe. Well, this is the one in Phnom Penh, though. So, and then I sent a message. I have a special little Facebook group called my Miriam's VIP group. And so I sent a message to them. I'll be at dinner if anybody wants to join, but it's pay your own. Pay your own. You know. So Jessa's probably Tony was already gonna come. So I knew I was going. I had one person because I'm part of their like membership thing with Hard Rock Cafe. So I got a $15 off. As long as my bill is $25, I get $15 off. And I don't know. I mean, there's nothing about a free dessert, but the one here in Phnom Penh always gives me a free dessert anyway. So we'll see if they do that again this year. They all flew over to them, him and Arnold. Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they hang out. They all that one movie that they all made together, being older, was I think shot in Thailand. I don't know. There's baby Wilbur.
Okay, well, Miriam, have a good evening and everything else. I'm going to sign off. And bye, Snow, Andy. We'll talk to you later.
Chalet.
Have a good day. Hugs to everyone.
Yeah. So, bye, Mumsy.
Bye.
I think it was Expendables. So it's we'll wrap it up, and so I just want to remind you that wherever and whenever you are watching this, including Chalet on replay, that love transcends time and space. How cool is that? So wherever and whenever you're watching, I love you. Yay. And so does.
Okay. Love you.
Okay. Mumsy, actually, if you don't hang up and you just stay here when I end the stream, we can talk privately that's not live if you want to. Okay.
All right, for a minute.